What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Here we go, here we go. Number 1, 54 fight. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Off the play fake. Fields. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Curtis Samuel, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Steelers nothing. Matt Gay to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Drop deep, drop deep.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Chop on! Chop on! Let him go!
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Let's go for it!
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Let's go! Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check it back, check it back. Check 39.
On first down, Watson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A run for Nick Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. They run again on first down, Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Now on 2nd and 16. Watson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's to the 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Watson dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw, Watson. Forced out to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
To throw from his end zone. Fields. He's going to let this one go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Chubb.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Let's go, baby. 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 20-yard line.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is Harris. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
On the carry, it's Chubb. Down the numbers. There he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jones. And an alley to run. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big run there by Jones. 64 yards on the ground. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. Get him down, but he does reach the 5. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
You got time right there.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 1. Pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And Gay knocks this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A run with Chubb on first down, not going to be a good one. He won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
On 1st and 10, Fields. Flush to his right. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Aaron Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They run. Chubb. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. From the gun, Fields taking a shot for Samuel. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Fields looking downfield for Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 39-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Watson flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Taking a shot for Samuel. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Around the NFL, they're in the 2nd quarter at Lambeau. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Now he'll let it go deep left, and the defense loses him. It's complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there just before halftime, and even 50 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Like in the court. Check right. Watching the pass.
Throwing again is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Dallas Goedert in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt.
There he goes left side. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
56. In your face.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This thrown quickly out to Jones. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
56. Good track. Mike 56.
To throw on 3rd down, Fields. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel, and he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
We got
The
this.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
That's good for us, Steelers.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Dallas Goedert, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. On 1st down, Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Carlson. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. That's going to be caught by Samuel, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. To throw on 2nd down. Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Terry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Bang, bang, bang.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And some space here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another 1st down.
Looking to throw. Fields gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Steelers 35.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On the ground, it's Chubb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Now Chubb. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Chubb will get the call, running left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the 1st half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of them.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Watson. Being chased out left. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And the Steelers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, here's Watson. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll go again to Jones. And some room to run now. A big run there by Jones. And even 50 yards. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. This is Jones. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Carlson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's caught by Coleman. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. As his guys are back within a single score. He's got it at the 2. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
On 1st down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
You'll forgive me if I get excited about what we just saw there, won't you? I know I'm supposed to be neutral here, but those were terrific plays back-to-back defensively. They know what the mission is. They've got to force a punt here if they want to have a chance to win the game.
They absolutely do. Steps 1 and 2 done. Now they need this 3rd step. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will pin them nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this,
he's got daylight. The 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Aaron Jones taking it in as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Well, look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And got his man complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Watson, he's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Bucs, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull off. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They check second to 10.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a